Now, policyholder counsel make the argument that general liability policies are triggered oftentimes in privacy breaches because there is in some general liability forms a Part B, which is advertising and personal injury coverage. Advertising injury, you have a component that you need advertising. That typically wouldn't be applicable to personal information, but the personal injury coverage does not have that advertising requirement. What it has, just like the advertising injury coverage, is a publication requirement. The personal information, in order to trigger coverage, has to be published to a third party. It has to be given to a third party. Now, what does publish mean? That's where all the litigation comes from in the cyber privacy context under a general liability policy. Policyholder counsel will argue, and some very small number of courts would agree, publication to the injured person alone is publication. So if you tell me you have my personal data and tell me what it is, some courts have said that is publication. Other courts have said if you tell one third party, that is publication. Let's say I tell one of my colleagues personal information and the injured party finds out that I've told someone else, they'll allege it's publication and they'll seek coverage. Now, the more frequent, or the vast majority of cases will say that publication requires a wide dissemination of information. Publication has the word public in it. It has to be said to the public, the general public, not obviously every human being on the planet, but a fairly significant constitution of people, more than one, less than 1,000. And that is where the action is in the general liability context when it comes to privacy breach information.